Yes, we do. It's bad as it is. Us shooting firearms like punks. Go ahead. I'm not stopping you. Just don't lose it.
They only have one gun!
This is the sorriest pair of pigs Kuno's ever seen.
Yeah, take it, you fucking banani boyka! Take it and shoot yourself in the mouth! The fuck are you waiting for, Kuno? Tell him to shoot himself in the mouth!
Kuno is silent. Aggression gathers in the air. The trigger feels delicate and ready to break under your finger.
Why don't you just shoot yourself in your mouth? At least you won't miss. Look, he's crying. You gonna cry now, fucking faggoty? Or what? You gonna fuck me? Or what? You gonna fuck me? You wanna fuck me, pig? Is that what this is about?
The buckle explodes into tiny pieces, coming loose with a whir. Looking straight at you, helpless, trapped within itself. It takes a millisecond for the association to flash within your cortex. You have no idea where it's coming from, only that it's right.
Ace is high.
The Ace is high, a custom invented by the aerostatic brigades during the revolution, is used. The lieutenant takes a little hop to perform the customary salutation. Your palm hurts from the slap. It's precise and down to the point.
I knew these guys were
Kuno cracks with laughter. Sounds like...
I knew they suck each other off.
We will perform a field autopsy and determine the cause of death. But before... Excuse me.
Slumped on the ground like that has not improved the way the corpse smells. The fall seems to have released something deep inside it.
The stench is getting bad. I'm sorry to interrupt the jubilations here. I need a little breather before we do the autopsy. In the meantime, we should try to interview Evrard Claire, the leader of the Union. Harbor property was clearly used in the hanging. The harbor just east of here. Getting in might prove a challenge, though. Or we could ask around for the representative of the logistics company. My initial information says the Wild Pines have sent some sort of strike negotiator to wrangle control back from Evrard.
You could ask the garden for directions.
Yes. And those were the interviewees. Let's go.
The lieutenant adjusts his glasses and takes a deep breath.
Come on, officer. You know what a field autopsy is.
What you do know is, at 18.9 kilometers, the dormant shield volcano, Corpus Mundi, is the world's highest summit. And the failure of the 38 single, Et puis descend, to crack the top 20 was the death knell of...
I hope we do. It's getting really late for an autopsy. What do you want to know? Ah, yes. The case brief you missed. Now I remember. 3 days ago, the RCM Emergencies Desk received a report about a security guard who was found hanged in Martinez. An anonymous caller said there was a dead body behind the Whirling in Rags hostel cafeteria. The cadaver had been there for 4 days. No one had come to investigate. During that time, the victim had been stripped of his belongings. The caller did not identify him, but used the word lynching. There is an ongoing labor dispute between the local dock workers and the logistics company Wild Pines. I was told we should approach the death as part of this dispute. A security guard or worker of some sort hired by Wild Pines. This was just hearsay from Martinez, of course. We need to find out the truth. They didn't identify themselves in any way. The tone was muffled using a device of some sort. The desk could identify neither the caller's age nor sex. There's a strong prejudice against involving the RCM in what's seen as union matters. The dock workers' union is the de facto police in Martinez. Now it appears they've started executing too. We cannot allow that. That's us, the Rivershell Citizens Militia. We're the police in this city.
The RCM, or the Rivershell Citizen Militia, is the police force you and him are part of. A self-organized peace corps of the occupied city of Rivershell. The RCM operates within a legal twilight, yet it's...
Just to be clear, we are police officers. It's our job to find the killer. That's the case. Uncover and arrest the killer. No, it's not a particularly mysterious case. The deceased is a security guard for a corporation involved in a labor dispute. It doesn't take a DeLorean polymath to put the pieces together. I just don't see the case getting more mysterious than that. I can assure nothing like that will happen. Do you know why not? Good, yes.
So desperately mundane. There's something the lieutenant isn't seeing. The universe is too irrational, too morally complex. You should convince him.
I'm afraid you and I are pawns in a pissing competition. You don't know? I assumed you were in on it. What's there to say? It's just stupidity. The cop kind. Our precincts can't decide if Martinez is part of Jamrock or the Industrial Harbor. Yours or mine, as if we somehow own parts of the city. Typical street gang mentality. So we've let the Union make a mockery of law enforcement here. And now it's come to its natural conclusion. Well, sort of. It's less a matter of who gets to police. I think the dispatch desk just told both our stations about the hanging. There was quite the brouhaha at the 57th, I can tell you that. Time to settle it, they said. Cop off. But I assure you, I am not their finest or toughest with 102 cases solved. What I am is least interested in a pissing competition.
So he volunteered to represent the 57th, but not out of competitiveness. On the contrary.
Martinez? Nothing. It's just a puddle at the end of some drain pipe. No one cares about this place. They care about sports. Most of our colleagues don't even know how to get here. North of the interchange doesn't exist.
A tremble comes over you. Another after effect of ethanol poisoning, perhaps. Feels like leaves do when they rustle in the breeze, somewhere.
Yes. I'm an unrepentant spoilsport. Yes, it's a wholly pointless matter. Forget I ever mentioned it. Have you tried concentrating on something other than your personal affairs?
There is a sudden, harsh edge to his voice, like he's tired of hearing about your personal affairs.
Fine. We should get through this day first. Off hours begin at 9 p.m. If you're still having trouble then, I can give you an orientation. Focus on other people's troubles, not your own. That is a relief.
Your heart beats twice like a fist. The serotonin deficiency makes your teeth clench.
Excuse me, I was lecturing you. I shouldn't have. Me? I don't see how my life is pertinent to the investigation. That's a fair point. Alright, for the good of the investigation, what do you want to know? That's because I'm half Seolite, or quarter. My father's father was from Seoul. So was my grandmother, but from my mother's side. It's not an interesting topic. It's a part of the world, officer. A geopolitical entity, and a geographic division. I told you it wouldn't be interesting.
Seoul is a protectionist, isolationist, pan-Isolari state west of the Insulindian Isola.
I don't speak a word of Seolite. I've never met either one of my grandparents, and I've never been... What do you mean? I have no idea.
The lieutenant's conceptualization skills must be rather rudimentary.
What? Think? I do most of my work inside my notebook.
We all have our different mediums. His is written. You're super lucid, yet psychedelic. You don't need office supplies to connect to your nervous system. You're special.
That's correct.
That makes him a binoclad. Completely uncopped material, if you say so yourself.
Are they? They are mostly just cumbersome. No.
It's like you're locked down.
Good. Let's change the subject.
Looks like someone left his tarpaulin cloak hanging on the railing here. When the wind ruffles the cloak, you can most definitely see a white rectangle on its back.
Yes, it's probably yours. It bears the RCM insignia, and you have a habit of being careless with your equipment. You could probably make the jump. You look like you've done some track and field in your day.
tarpaulin cloak with possible RCM markings is still caught.
The cloak? I do think it's yours, yes. Well, it doesn't seem too...
The cloak looks like a bag of goodies floating in the wind. Who knows what its pockets may hide? Nope, no. That's still too high. What were you thinking? You're not a gymnast. You're a boxer. You could have died there. Shit, 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 shit. I'm failing you. This wasn't part of our deal.
Hey, what happened? I understand. We can always come back when you are feeling better. It's just a cloak after all. I was under the impression we are on our way to meet the king, or it could be that we had just explored.
Tarpaulin cloak with possible RCM markings is still caught on the railing. This trash container is locked. The sliding lid has a padlock that says, whirling in rags. The body is downwind from here. Maybe you prefer the smell of garbage.
We could try using a pry bar, the one you took from my motor carriage, or we could ask for a key from the manager of the Whirling in Rags. He probably has one.
This trash container, the body is downwind from here. Maybe you prefer the body is downwind from here. Maybe you prefer the smell of garbage to the smell of... Force time isn't happening. You've jammed the pry... What is this? Your triceps ache for the metal to bend, but it resists. This calls for a potent curse to help break its resistance. Utter the power words. There's a creaking sound as the pry bar slips under the lid. You hang from it like a moron, huffing and puffing. Clearly the technique is wrong, but nothing else comes to mind.
The quality of metal is not the problem. From what I see, it's...
unsatisfying, hurtful. You hear a ringing sound, full of itself.
Let's ask the manager for the key. This is clearly not working.
An old call box with a matrix of push buttons lists all the companies in the East Delta Commerce Center. Nothing happens after you ring the doorbell. They don't want to talk to you.
Hello, sir. Step right in. The store is open. Are you interested in a new and exciting book?
Whoa, 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 whoa. Hold your horses, little girl.
That is a book. They have stories inside them. It's like a postcard is a small cardboard picture. You could board games are like little games on a table. My pleasure. Anything else you'd like to know? Okay, sir. I'll try to answer any questions you have. I hope they're about books. My name is Annette, sir. My mum, her name is Plaisance. She owns the store. She's inside minding the register or organising the stock. Feel free to step in and browse our wares. I'm signalling that the store is open. Otherwise people might not know. They'd miss out on the crime, romance and biographies of famous people. Thank you, sir. I'm happy to help Mum out with the store. I do my studies at home at the moment. I have to help Mum keep this place running. Mum says it's necessary to do both because it builds character. Mum says a proper worker is dutiful. That's how you get ahead in life. You succeed.
There is stress and unease behind these words. She's reciting etiquette.
Mum says it's peachy. She was a little afraid at first. There's talk about this house being cursed. Cursed in the way that makes them say that no business has ever really thrived here, sir. That they all go... Exactly, but we've been doing fine so far. They shouldn't be, but they seem real. Anyhow, they say that these grounds are doomed for businesses. Of course, sir. Crime fiction is about murders or burglaries or things like that, and the work of a policeman or a private detective who's trying to solve a crime and catch the criminals. And it's kind of like a puzzle too. You can guess who the criminal is or how the good guys are going to catch him. You don't look much like a policeman. Didn't mean to offend, sir. Sorry, sir. It's just that you don't look like Dick Mullen. Don't say that. He's not even real. You're real. Cheer up, sir. No need to compare yourself to a fictional character. Maybe you can show me some real deductive police work, sir. Like in the books.
The girl keeps her hands folded, hidden. Why is that?
What do you mean, sir?
She looks around anxiously. Her hands remain folded in front of her. She doesn't want to show them. The lieutenant stands by, looking at the two of you with little interest. She brings out her reddened hands, her nails frayed, nearly chewed down to the flesh.
And you knew this from me keeping my hands folded? Well, that proves nothing. Anyone could do an easy deduction like that.
She nods, half provocative, half enthusiastic.
Maybe so, sir. Okay, I know it's a bad habit, and I shouldn't. It was okay, sir.
There's more that can be achieved here. Ask her to do the same.
You're quite sober.
The lieutenant does not flinch at the comment. He does not flinch even a single bit. He is intensely not flinching. It takes effort.
Because you usually aren't. I'm sorry, sir. I hope things get better soon.
There she stands, swaying on her feet, assaulted by the early spring breeze. She smiles at you. The whole situation suddenly feels familiar.
Where there's a rich lady and she has to choose, or there could be a story about a poor lady getting a rich man. It's about man and lady business, sir. It happens, but usually the guy. Those are unhappy books. These are not very common. You can't have a choice between bad and bad. No. Maybe if the lady then decides not to pick either because she doesn't need a bad man. Yes, that would be interesting. That's really not a proper romance story. That's more like everyday life. Not in romance books, sir. These are about nice and pretty people, and everyone is happy in the end. I haven't read many of those. Maybe you should ask Mum. I don't think it's a romance story if the main characters break up, though. Sometimes they break up for a little while, but then they always get back together. Maybe some about other books? Oh, kings and queens and generals of old, or artists and writers, or musicians, those kinds of people. I think that's why people read them, to find the secrets of their fame.
Seems like most people who read those books fail to get more famous from reading them.
But it does make the famous people more famous. Why would they do that, sir? That's so cool. Maybe they'll make you a book cover picture and everything, standing over a dead body, holding a gun.
You have absolutely no idea. Familiar? How? You must have forgotten something you heard again. This coin-operated viewer is facing south. The instruction manual says to insert 25 centimes and pull the handle while looking inside. Then use the focus knob to zoom in if necessary. The worn and beaten wooden planks of the bench do not look overly comforting.
We can sit on benches after we've...
Life doesn't need to be a struggle. I'll be with you in a moment, officer. Let me just finish my sandwich. Talk to Angry Old René first.
Have you no shame? Whining about your back every time you bring out the measuring tape.
René, you're a man with a fork in a world of soup. Please, let's just try to enjoy the game, alright?
I'm trying to, but you keep breaking my concentration. You're old. I can see that. We're both old. Now stop grabbing your ass like it's a girl.
These manly men are playing balls. This is a ball game. Grab a ball and play it. Don't ask questions. Shoot first. Ask questions never. No, you got this. There's the ball. You're the game.
See? Your munching and complaining have ruined my concentration.
Ah, mon Dieu.
I hope you pass out from it.
Trying to throw something as close to a predetermined shush. Ignore them. They don't know what they're doing. They're old. You have eyes on the ball, Dinky Winky. This felt wrong. Wrong like touching your sister's breast. You threw your sister's breast.
Mon Dieu! Good job, officer. That was an excellent throw.
There are no two more harmful words an athlete can hear than good job. And this was downright embarrassing. Your muscle memory knew what to do and went for it. But there were gaps. Yeah, gaps you tried to fill with thinking. We don't think in sports. We do. It felt like you were going for a thrust or a lunge. There was definitely gonna be jumping. Maybe you scored a point, but this is a fiasco.
What are you talking about? You just executed a pretty much perfect pétanque throw.
With a pinch of fear.
How are you ever going to get the officer's shit off your nose, Gaston? Or even climb out of his ass?
His merry partner is staring at the ground. The lieutenant is looking at you. Everything has gone very quiet. It seems as even the waves have ceased their crashing against the promenade.
Unfortunately, I don't. Unlike most of the locals, I have no qualms about assisting law enforcement. But this affair has passed me by completely. In Martinez, the union is the law. So can you really blame them? Cop is a pejorative term. I don't have a problem with policemen. On the contrary, I admire the effort to bring order to our streets. If I knew, I would not be afraid to tell you. I simply don't. I am an old man, not a coward. The daily business of the riffraff no longer concerns me. Yes, the terrain here provides an interesting variety to a familiar game. I do. Fire from heavy artillery. Why what? Because that's what happens when communists hijack your country, execute your supreme leadership, and turn your capital into a slaughterhouse. You use commies, communists, socialists, anarchists, call them what you like. They just chose the name to feel special. Senseless sentimentality. Sadly, no. It was the foreigners who brought them to their knees. We fought valiantly. Too valiantly. So valiantly we got licked. Should have fought dirty, like they did with their suicide sex cult propaganda and mad anarchist women strapped to shrapnel bombs. We didn't though, and we lacked caliber. God bless him, but the suzerain's cannons simply weren't big enough. Because this place is a damn beachhead. Had to soften the commies up first. Yes, the military coordinated amphibious landing to take back Rivershell. Martinez was used as one of the 3 footholds in Rivershell during Operation Deathblow in 08. The other 2 are off in Stella Maris and the Delta. This here is Blood Ground, where Coalition boots first made land.
Blood ground. You got old René going there. Like he isn't hungry enough already.
Damn right, son. They laid the fire of hell on the city before they stormed it. And it worked, too.
He approves of this radical approach. Knows it was necessary.
The rest of the city got cleaned up, but Martinez they keep as a monument. And now the Union Socialists are practically running the place.
Well, it's your own damn fault. You, we, the Coalition, Rivershell, whoever you want to blame, never finished the job. Officially, the party never surrendered. Of course they still hold influence.
You don't even begin to truly understand the players at the table, let alone the specific circumstances surrounding the... What do you think?
Thinking men have opinions on these things. Present one.
I'm sorry it had to be them. After 8 years of fighting those hyenas, boiling cats for food and drinking piss in the mountains, I would have preferred if the Right Honorable King Guillaume returned to Rivershell, or even if that damn clan Frissell had risen from the grave and led us. Sadly, that was not the case. Instead, all that is just, holy, and beautiful in the world was wiped away, and now it's neon signs with toothpaste ads everywhere. This is just what the commies wanted. This was their plan all along. This is what they wanted to replace the role of the suzerain with. Damn Frissell. He was the king we couldn't protect.
He slouches as he says that. It makes him smaller, admitting they left the king to the mob.
A true king in both blood and mind led Rivershell before Frissell. He would have been better, but the damn commies drove him into exile. The suzerain is the king! Has everyone forgotten already? They've forgotten already. It's no use talking to you. You were still in Daddy's balls when it happened. When we took our last stand against the filth and rode the cavalry straight into gunfire.
As René turns from you to his partner and back, the medals on his chest rattle and glare. He keeps his spine straight, and his ribcage too. The larger one is shaped like a cross, while the smaller medal is a crowned head in front of 2 crossed rifles. It's the Croix de Bravoure, Cross of Valor. The cross was the highest battlefield decoration in Suzerain's armed forces. A small blue star inside an orange sun. The setting sun was a decoration used to distinguish seasoned combat veterans in service of King Frissell I.
For bravery. I'm sure, but I know this uniform's reputation. You are also wondering if I got this for raping women or killing babies. Honor is everything to me.
Whoa. Sounds like you're about to open the gates of conversation. This man will literally talk your ear off if you let him wander off to memory lane.
Didn't think you had the stomach for it. Kids don't these days. I'm used to that.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox.
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you? It will take just a moment, officer.
Her voices fade out into the familiar radio static.
Gottlieb, what do you want?
He's carelessly chewing on a piece of hard candy.
Oh, it's you. Firewalker? Oh, yes, you are. Just don't breathe in the general direction of your fire feet. Actually, wait. Do exactly that. Put yourself out of your misery. Take a deep, diaphragmatic breath in and... I'm the most serious person at the station, Detective. Now, do you have any current, pressing medical problems? With all the damage you've been dealing yourself with drugs and alcohol, I'm not surprised. What else? I'm not a brain doctor. Look on the bright side, you've got a whole new life now. Use it wisely.
It's hard to say if he doesn't believe you, or doesn't care.
That's because you're hungover. Even the radio waves coming from your direction smell like liquor. Do you feel like your eyes are twitching too? That's the tiny vessels pulsating from high blood pressure, stupid officer. You might be sustaining permanent damage to your... The busy kind. It's not life-threatening, just annoying. For you, that is. What? And you survived it. Congratulations. Are you mobile?
Sort of. But by God, does it burn in your chest.
Even better. Anything else? I wouldn't worry about that. Officers your age have coronary trouble all the time. Also, death is a natural part of life. What? You want me to do blood work for you again? Tell you just how bad things really are across the board? You want another rundown of everything collapsing inside your body? You want the real, honest-to-God truth? Stop drinking, eat magnesium and vitamin D. Our station is not a retirement home. We don't have the funds to deal with stars past their prime.
So it's political. You're being neglected because of political reasons.
And no, I don't want to hear a political commentary on the topic. In fact, I got work to do. Some idiot has glued his eyelids shut with cyanoacrylate. It looks like Mactorson.
Anything else I can help you with, officer? Of course. What is the number, officer?
Yes, hold on. Her number is 005 1944 298.
Received. Hold on, officer.
Lieutenant Kitsuragi slowly begins to tap a little rhythm with his right foot. Quite a lot of time has passed.
Officer, I have Sylvie Malaika on the line for you. Yes, hello? Oh, right. Hello, officer. What can I do for you?
There is no resentment in her tone. She wants you to ask her out. No question about it.
You mean, why did I leave the bar? Honestly, I'm not really comfortable discussing it with you, sir. Maybe, I don't know. I just know I have to take some time off right now. No, not me. What? Of course it bothered me. But I thought the union already knew about the court. No one calls the police. The union would get angry. You know, what the union says goes. People listen to them and they take care of their own, which is like everyone here.
Legally, no. In reality, yes. Martinez is de facto policed by the dock workers union.
Mm-hmm. I didn't want to get in trouble with the others.
Push her further. Show her the error of her ways.
The other people who live around here. Local people, I didn't want trouble. You don't live here. You don't understand. Squealing is frowned upon here. Everything is dealt with, well, by the union, internally. Please, I just didn't want any trouble. I didn't know I had to report.
The fucking nerves on her. Trying to hide behind weakness. You're a god. An angry but just god.
Yes, I know. It's just... Was there anything else? No, sorry. I don't. Not a lot of people have phones around here. Copper thieves take the wires. People don't have the money to have the cables put in again. They use the union's phone, or the one on the coast.
It was someone else. We'll find them sooner or later, officer. It just might take a while.
Yeah, go on. Yes, I know who you are. You're a police officer. You told me back in the whirling. You told everybody, and showed us your badge. I don't need to hear about it anymore. Oh, no, I haven't, sorry.
Real policemen have uniforms too, by the way. Where's yours? Right. It's better to not ask too many questions, lest people start thinking you're a cop or something.
Please, no. Not this again. Everyone saw your cool gun detective. You were trying to impress some people with it. Everyone was eating and...
Sounds like it's going to be bad. Do you really want to know?
You were waving it around in everyone's face, begging them to describe it. You said it calms you, and then you started making suicide jokes. It got pretty graphic.
People tried to back away from you, or even slip out of the door. But you screamed. I am the goddamned law, and you have to listen to me. You are all suspects in a murder investigation.
Me neither.
There is silence on the other end of the line.
No, please, no more suicide.
There are way more inventive ways than a gun to leave this world.
No idea. All I know is next you were waving around money instead, saying things like big bucks cannot lie and guns can't buy money, but money can always buy guns. It almost looked like you pawned it. But believe me, I did not ask.
Despair creeps into you, getting fat on your weakness. Whatever noble intentions you once had as a police officer, it's eaten them all up now. You're still coming up with sentences. That's a step up from total annihilation, right?
Yes, it can be difficult to be on the receiving end of so much distrust and outright hatred.
Nothing you can say to now. This trash container is locked. The sliding lid has a... The body is downwind from here. Maybe you prefer...
We could try using a pry bar, the one you took from my... Or we could ask for a key from the manager of the Whirling in Rags. He probably has one.
Force time. What is this? Your triceps ache for the metal to bend. But it...
The quality of metal is not...
There's a creaking sound as...
Let's ask the manager for the key. This is clearly...
Hello, sir. Are you interested in a new and exciting book?
Whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
That is a postcard. Board games are like my pleasure. Anything else you'd like to know? Okay, sir. My name is... Feel free to step in and browse. I'm signalling that the store is open. Thank you, sir. I'm happy to help. I do my studies at home at the moment. Mum says it's...
There is strict...
Mum says it's peachy. Cursed in the way that makes... Exactly. But we've been doing fine. They shouldn't be, but they seem real. Of course, sir. Crime fiction is about murder. And it's... You don't look much like a policeman. Didn't mean to offend, sir. Sorry, sir. It's just that you don't look like Dick Mullen. Don't say that. He's not even real. Cheer up, sir. Maybe you can show me some real deductive police works. It's the type... Or there could be a story about a poor lady. It happened. Those are unhappy books. These are not... Well... That's really not in romance books. I haven't read many. I don't think...
You can take this. The girl. She shifts...
I'm sorry, sir. I don't know how to help you. Sir... Maybe some about other books?
The girl...
What do you mean, sir?
She looks around. The lieutenant stands. She brings...
And you knew this from me keeping my hands full? Well, that proves nothing.
She nods, half provocative, half...
Maybe so, sir. It was okay.
There's more that can be achieved here. Ask her to do the same.
You're quite so...
The lieutenant does not flinch at the comment.
Because you usually aren't. I'm sorry.
There she stands, swaying on her...
Oh, I think that's why...
Seems like most people who read those...
But it does make the famous people more... Why would they do that, sir? That's so cool. Maybe they'll make you a book cover picture and everything. Standing over a dead body, holding a gun.
You have
My name is Annette. Feel free to step in and browse.
I'll be...
Have you no... Run. I'm trying...
These manly men are playing balls. This is a ball game. Grab a ball and... That's the spirit. Don't even waste your breath asking about the game. They wouldn't know anyway. They're way past their prime. You are immediately surprised by the ball's lack of weight. No matter. You'll make it work. God, this is right. You feel the familiar tremble of excitement and adrenaline that precedes every victory. Time. The cold metal ball is surprisingly smooth against your neck. It has a pattern on it. Probably a sponsored ball. Yours would only be covered with bumps of learning and scars of victory. Already, your muscles are adjusting to the weight. A chilly breeze ruffles your hair as you stand there, feet firmly planted. All sounds, smells, an embodiment of... Behold the fear and confusion reflecting in the eyes of the two feeble geezers.
Merde! Bordel de merde! What the hell is your problem? I don't care if you are a cop.
A man his age getting worked up like that? Better watch that blood pressure.
You vandalized our game, son! We can't play pétanque with 5 bull! No, we are not good!
Take it easy, René. This is...
Of course there's harm done, you orange slug! You are as a goddamn bull! Good. Mistakes are forgiven. When men at least try to right their wrong. Unfortunately, in my top is if I knew I would not be... Yes. The terrain... Yes. Why what? Because that's what happens when commies, communists, socialists... Sadly, should have fought dirty. Like they did with this suicide sex cult. Because this place... Yes. Martinez was used this year.
Blood ground. You got old René going there.
Mm-hmm. Don't get me wrong. Damn right. The rest of the city...
Well...
You don't even...
Thinking men have opinions on...
I'm sorry, I would. Instead, this is just what they come... Damn...
He slouches as he says...
A true damn frisk.
He slouches as he says...
This was rain. It's no use talking to you. You were still in Daddy's balls when it happened. When we took our last stand again.
All you
This is the...
Don't you mean frisk?
You do not...
There's something you missed. Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone.
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you? Right.
10-4, come in. Roger that. 10-10, over and out.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox, and the
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you? Of course. What is the number?
Yes.
Received.
Give it a minute. She might be busy at the moment.
Officer? Yes, hello? Oh, right.
There is no resentment in her tone.
You mean, why did I leave the bar? Honestly, maybe, I don't know. No? Not me. No, some people don't.
It was someone else. We'll find them sooner or later, officer. It just might take...
What? Of course, no one calls, you know.
Legally, no.
Mm-hmm.
Push her further. Show her that...
The other people who live... You don't... Please, I just didn't want any trouble.
The fucking nerves on her.
Yes. Yeah, go on. Yes, I know who you are. You're a police officer. Oh.
Real policemen have uniforms too, by the way. Right. It's better to not...
Please, you were trying to...
Sounds like it's going to be bad.
You were waiting...
People tried to back away.
No.
There is silence on the...
Me neither. No idea. It almost looked like you pawned it. But believe me, I do hope so. Please, don't call me again. Bye.
Yes, you have obviously done something to upset her.
I'm not mad, it's just... You were so drunk and so emotional all the time, and then the skua thing happened. It just made me want to quit. The stuffed bird, the great skua. You threw it against the wall while screaming, "Fuck that bird," and laughing like a maniac. I think you said it had been giving you shit ever since you got there. Didn't seem like you had fun doing it, though. The stuff, I think you said it was a pretty bird. There since I started working in Merlin. Yes, obviously. You were the worst client. I've had sailors fighting, union guys grabbing my ass, kids stealing booze. Once a guy was glued to the karaoke machine every night for 2 months. But you, well, you were worse than all of them. Honestly, you were getting borderline aggressive. Even about little things like not turning down the volume at 3 a.m. I even liked one of those songs you kept listening to on repeat. No more. I hate it now. We Go On by the O.O. I can't listen to it anymore. You've turned it into a parody. To hell with that song. Then there was your room. Your project. An experiment to see how... I tried to send the cleaner, but you wouldn't let me. Threatened to make me understand. I had no idea what you meant, and I don't want to know. And then screamed something about how you're a piece of shit human being, and why does anyone even let you work as a policeman? That you'd fire yourself, but you can't even do that. And then I had to deal with your toilet, the one you clogged with police documents, causing water damage downstairs in the kitchen. I won't even mention you waving your gun around, harassing customers, threatening to sing karaoke, threatening to kill yourself. The ones I had to wrench out of your toilet. Damn it, I don't remember what I did to your damn papers. I don't remember every little thing I do.
She's worried she might have accidentally done something bad. Then she remembers it's you.
Especially when there's a hurricane loose. It's your fault for losing them, not mine.
Something in you wants to immediately forget about this, as if there was a reason you threw them away.
No, you really weren't. You were simply the worst. God, I knew I shouldn't have brought it up. Just try not to call me again, and let's pretend it never happened.
You hear a sigh of relief on the other end.
Anything else I can help you with, officer? Sure, officer. What's the number? And the make of the armor, if you know it. Call back tomorrow. Hopefully they'll have dug up something useful by then.
The International Collaboration Police, ICP, is an inter-Isolari law.
57, over and out.
In the cabin, you see a set of...
Yes, we do. It's bad as it is. Go ahead.
This.
Yeah, take it, you fucking banana boyka. Take it and the fucking.
Kuno is...
Why don't you just shoot yourself in your mouth? At least you won't miss. Look, he's crying. Or what? You gonna fuck me? You wanna fuck me? Is that what this is about?
The buckle explode, looking straight at you. It takes a...
Ace is high.
The ace is high. The lieutenant...
I knew these guys were.
Officer, let's keep our attention. We will perform a field autopsy and...
slumped on the ground.
The stench is getting bad. I'm sorry to... In the meantime, we should try to interview Évrard Claire, the leader of the union. Or we could ask around for the representative of...
You could ask the gardener for that.
Yes. What do you want to know? Ah, yes. 3 days ago, during a security guard, they didn't die. There's a strong prejudice. That's a...
The RCM, or the Rivershell Citizen Militia, is the police
Just to be clear, we are police officers. It's our job to find the killer. I'm afraid you don't know. I assumed you were in on it. What's there to say? The cop can't... Well, I think the
So, he volunteered.
Yes. I'm a... Martinez.
A tremble comes over you. Another...
Yes, it's a wholly pointless matter. Forget I ever mentioned it.
Because you're the best qualified. No, that doesn't seem right. If you're so well qualified, why can't you?
Have you tried...
There is a sudden, harsh edge to his voice, like he's tired of hearing about your personal affairs.
Fine. We should get through this day first. Try work. The case at hand. It can work. Not a fan.
The RCM deploys a self...
Really? You look fine to me. This psychodrama, then you should consider seeking medical attention. You can use the radio in my kinema to call your station's Lazareth. Was there anything... Me? I don't see how my... That's correct.
That makes him a binoclard.
Are they? They are mostly... That's because I'm half... It's a part...
Sale is a protectionist, isolationist, pan-isolorist.
I can see you're disappointed. You are right to be. I don't speak a word of Seolite. No.
It's like you're locked down.
What do you mean? I have no...
The lieutenant's conceptualization skills must...
What?
We all... You're super lucid.
Good. Let's change this.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone.
This is Precinct 57. It will take the...
Her voice is... He's carelessly chewing on a piece of...
Oh, firewall. Do exactly. I'm the most serious person at the station, detective. Now, do you have any current pressing medical problems? That's because that's the busy kind. It's not like I knew some.
Sort of.
Even better. With all the damage, what else?
It's hard to say if he doesn't believe you or doesn't care.
What? You want me to do blood work for you? You want the
So it's the money is...
And now I...
Anything else I can help you with, officer? 57, over.
In the cabin, you see a set of steer... The worker isn't it?
No idea. Looks like he works for Wild Pines, the logistics company. Possibly because there's a strike going on in the harbor. There's not much to do aside from drinking and sleeping.
There is only one way to wake this bone idol from his slumber. Roar like a hurricane.
Why the yelling, man?
Looks like a sow descendant. A lot of sow dock workers around.
Wait, what? I was just sleeping. What do you want, officer?
That's the name of my employer. I work in logistics.
He doesn't sound too enthusiastic about this.
How's it going? Haven't you noticed what's going on outside?
We're in the middle of a strike down at the harbour, trying to force some sense into the executive board of Wild Pines.
For one, I could use some more shut-eye in the mornings. Thank God, no.
The worker stares at you.
I don't know what you're talking about, kind sir.
They got it. Measurehead's got it.
The way he says Measurehead implies ultimate trust in this head reckoner's physical prowess. He seems like a worthy rival. You should slay him.
We are the workers, the union.
Okay, I guess there's also Evrart. He's in charge of the union. He's smart, knows how to negotiate. He's got our back.
Yeah, what about it? You know, people die here every day. Someone's found in a ditch, another one falls in a manhole, a third one gets eaten by stray dogs. If someone has decided to die on top of a tree, then how is it my concern? I can tell you this. Trouble's ahead.
You have a pretty solid feeling that the man's not just mouthing off. He's strong, but even he has reasons to be cautious here.
They say your guy was a killer. Your tree man. He has friends, same as him, killers. There's only one thing they know well. How to wreak havoc. Everyone. It's a local rumor.
Meaning, you're not gonna get more out of me.
You heard what I said.
The lieutenant gives you a little nod. So Union people think he was a killer, he thinks. Even Sleepy Hair. This doesn't help a lot, but it's something. Good work, detective.
Indeed. Help yourself to some.
The dock worker doesn't answer. That sugary black rum stain on the counter makes you teary-eyed with joy. It's almost touching how syrupy and sticky it is. How long have you been up already? Oh, excuse me. Do you have something better? Hey, so we've been monitoring you internally, and now we know your copper type. Yes, guess what's yours? Yes, sorry cop. The cop who's sorriest. Let's make it official then, shall we? Oh, you know, Apocalypse, Superstellar, the advanced interesting cop, Liquid Shadow cop. But you're too sorry to say those things. So, here we go? What? Jealous of the sorry? They'll be super fine. It'll be totally okay. You can dual Copo type from... No, you don't. Come on. You'll be back to saying sorry in 2 minutes. Stop wasting time. Of course you are. It's okay. See if you can get something out of this, like info. Or that won't happen. It must be his name. Goranci. Goranci, Quebec. Sounds representative. It's almost like music, especially with the sounds of it. It's almost like music.